does not mean that prayer works. Believe in something strongly doesn't make it true. It doesn't solve real problems, it doesn't fix what's wrong. You can pray for things forever while the problem carries on. You can tell yourself it happened, you can call coincidence a sign, but if nothing can disprove it, how can you know you're right? Belief doesn't make it work, faith doesn't make it true. Wanting something to happen doesn't make it happen for you. Science tests the claim and measures what it finds. If the answer doesn't fit the evidence, we leave the claim behind. They say what's true for you is true for you, but that's not how truth is measured when we're trying to find what's true. A medicine either works or it doesn't work as claimed. A bridge either stands or falls regardless of who's convinced. You can't build a working engine on what you feel inside. You need evidence and testing to know the thing will fly. Belief doesn't make it work, faith doesn't make it true. You can pray for a solution, but someone still has work to do. When there's sickness, call a doctor. When there's hunger, grow some food. When there's danger, build protection. Don't just hope that prayer will do. A child is sick and suffering, so someone starts to pray. But prayer doesn't make a treatment, and wishing doesn't stop decay. The scientist looks for answers, the doctor tests a cure. They don't say just believe enough, they find out what will work. And if the treatment doesn't work, they don't blame the patient's faith. They change the treatment, test again, and learn from their mistakes. If prayer really changes reality, then show me how we know. Control the variables, run the tests, and let the evidence show. Don't tell me it's a mystery, don't tell me God knows best. If there's a measurable effect, then measure it and test it. I believe doesn't make it work, faith doesn't make it true. Reality doesn't change itself to match what you want it to. Science doesn't need a miracle to prove that it can heal. It makes predictions, tests them out, and checks them against what's real. You can believe in prayer, you can find comfort in the words, but comfort isn't evidence, and belief isn't proof. If you want to solve a problem, don't confuse hope with a cure. Ask what actually works, then test it and be sure. Belief that prayer works does not mean that prayer works. Believe in something strongly doesn't make it true. It doesn't solve real problems. It doesn't fix what's wrong. You can pray for things forever while the problem carries on. You can tell yourself it happened. You can call coincidence a sign. But if nothing can disprove it, how can you know you're right? Belief doesn't make it work. Faith doesn't make it true. Wanting something to happen doesn't make it happen for you. Science tests the claim and measures what it finds. If the answer doesn't fit the evidence, we leave the claim behind. They say what's true for you is true for you, but that's not how truth is measured when we're trying to find what's true. A medicine either works or it doesn't work as claimed. A bridge either stands or falls regardless of who's convinced. You can't build a working engine on what you feel inside. You need evidence and testing to know the thing will fly. Belief doesn't make it work. Faith doesn't make it true. You can pray for a solution, but someone still has work to do. When there's sickness, call a doctor. When there's hunger, grow some food. When there's danger, build protection. Don't just hope that prayer will do. A child is sick and suffering, so someone starts to pray. But prayer doesn't make a treatment, and wishing doesn't stop decay. The scientist looks for answers. The doctor tests a cure. They don't say just believe enough. They find out what will work. And if the treatment doesn't work, they don't blame the patient's faith. They change the treatment test again and learn from their mistakes. If prayer really changes reality, then show me how we know. Control the variables, run the tests, and let the evidence show. Don't tell me it's a mystery. Don't tell me God knows best. If there's a measurable effect, then measure it and test it. Belief doesn't make it work. Faith doesn't make it true. Reality doesn't change itself to match what you want it to. Science doesn't need a miracle to prove that it can heal. It makes predictions, tests them out, and checks them against what's real. You can believe in prayer. You can find comfort in the words, but comfort isn't evidenced, and belief isn't proof. If you want to solve a problem, don't confuse hope with a cure. Ask what actually works, then test it and be sure.